several areas in Saudi Arabia, April 29, 2024, where a collection of natural disasters descend simultaneously.
لا إله إلا الله. إن شاء الله إني أعدي قبل تصل الطريق. سبحان الله تبارك الله.
The tornado threat across the Saudi Arabia has increased late Monday evening. It now appears that flash flooding will be the main concern for the rest of the night. Early evening storms produced wind damage with a 69 miles per hour gust recorded at the Saudi Arabia. An unsettled weather pattern has brought multiple rounds of rain and storms to Saudi Arabia. Very heavy rain fell over portions of the region Monday night, with a few locations receiving more than 2 inches of rain and hailstorm, prompting flash floods several areas and surrounding locations.
ما شاء الله تبارك الله. هذا شعيب جاي من الجبل.
Serious flooding has hit parts of Saudi Arabia after a red rainfall warning was issued at the end of last week by the National Center for Meteorology. The areas most seriously affected were in the north, specifically the provinces of Hail and Al-Baha and other areas. High rainfall totals, hailstorms and lightning were expected to come with heavy showers that moved in from the west. Typically, these parts of Saudi Arabia receive about 10 to 15 millimeters of rainfall in April, with this falling across 3 to 6 days of the month. However, some meteorological models were suggesting rainfall totals of 20 to 50 millimeters in places by the time the warning ended during the early hours of Monday night. So far, there have been reports of flooding and large quantities of hail covering the streets in Al-Baha and other areas. While exact measurements have been difficult to obtain, there has been video footage of cars either driving through floodwaters or becoming stranded in large quantities of hail once the floodwater receded. The latest weather readings at the Arab Weather Center indicate expectations that the depression will deepen in the high air layers in the north of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia on Monday, coinciding with a superficial extension of the Red Sea depression and a rush of humid tropical air currents in all layers of the atmosphere in the region. Flash floods triggered by heavy rains swept through several areas on Tuesday, also leaving motorists stranded and forcing authorities to shut schools and universities in Saudi Arabia's second biggest city. Dozens of people were plucked from vehicles engulfed by floodwaters, Saudi's civil defense authorities said, with intermittent heavy rainfall expected to last at least until Wednesday. Residents posted videos on social media. One showed a many cars trap in the flood. With fears of more rain, which also affected other regions of western Saudi Arabia, the Education Department announced that Jeddah schools would remain shut for the safety of students. Flooding occurs almost every year in Saudi, where residents have long decried poor infrastructure. Several video also shows how the flood submerged dozens of houses and water filled the streets. According to Saudi Arabia's National Center for Meteorology, the rainfall in Saudi's southern area between 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Thursday in the local time, which stood at 179 millimeters, was the highest ever recorded. It exceeded the amount of rainfall registered in 2009 when dozens of people died in flash floods. Accordingly, it is expected that the kingdom will continue to be affected on Monday by the state of atmospheric instability, with renewed proliferation of quantities of cumulus clouds over many parts of the southwest and west of the kingdom, especially the regions of Mecca al-Mukarramah and Medina, with expectations that parts of these two regions will witness rainfall of varying intensity, accompanied by thunderstorms and falling papyrus, leading to massive flow through valleys and reefs and the formation of torrents in some areas. Cumulus clouds also include various parts of the northern border regions, Al-Jaf, Hail, Al-Qasim, Tabuk, and various parts of the Riyadh administrative region, and may reach the capital and extend to the north of the eastern region. These clouds are accompanied by rainfall of varying intensity, accompanied by thunder and hail. Some parts. The winds are active in many areas, and they are suddenly strong with the passage of thunderclouds and led to the occurrence of temporary dust waves, especially in parts of the central region. The latest satellite images at the Arab Weather Center and weather monitoring stations show the presence of cumulonimbus thunderstorm clouds in the northwest of the city of Riyadh, accompanied by strong downward winds that lead to the stirring of dust in a dense manner at times, and perhaps some scattered rain in some neighborhoods. The Arabia weather forecasting website predicted that Jordan will experience increasingly unstable weather conditions on Monday, part of a broader regional pattern affecting much of the Middle East. This is due to a low-pressure system in the upper atmosphere moving towards the region, coinciding with a surface low extending from Saudi Arabia known as the Red Sea Depression. According to Arabia Weather, cloud cover is expected to increase during the afternoon hours in various parts of Jordan, leading to showers of varying intensity. The showers are expected to be more concentrated in southern and eastern regions, with some areas experiencing heavy rain and hail showers. This could result in valley flows and torrential rains, including in many desert areas. Furthermore, Arabia Weather warned that cumulus thunderclouds may lead to the formation of localized dust storms, affecting horizontal visibility. The flash flood destroyed many homes and cars. It was conveyed by a spokesman for Saudi Arabia's civil defense in Mecca province. He also appealed to residents not to leave their homes, except for urgent needs. The official Saudi press agency, SPA, reported before dawn that schools in the city would be closed, as rains were forecast to continue throughout the day. Schools were also closed in the nearby towns of Rabig and Kulay. Saudi Arabia witnessed an extraordinary phenomenon as heavy rain and hail pummeled the desert regions and transformed into white blanket on Monday. According to the channel report, the highways of the hail region became engulfed in a blanket of hail and presenting a surreal sight to onlookers. Abba region is topically scorching area in Saudi Arabia, but in a surprising event due to the global climate change, it also experienced the embrace of heavy rain and hail. Surprisingly, Abba region witnessed a spell of pleasant weather with an unexpected downpour. This unprecedented weather event has captivated observers and sparked discussions across Saudi Arabia, marking a rare occurrence in the nation's meteorological history. Deserts transformed into oases and severe flooding as Saudi Arabia experienced a hailstorm on Sunday morning in Al-Namas Governorate, part of the Asir region, resulting in significant damage. Following the unexpected hailstorms, netizens subsequently shared videos of the aftermath on social media.